Well, I sure didn't mean to scare you all, but guess what? It's almost Halloween. So the Punisher had to do something. So, anyway, here we are. Dare I say it? I've said that before. It's a hump day. Another hump day. That much closer to the election. We are now just 6 days out from the big guy. And we got a lot to get to. Before I get too far, let me have some coffee. Punisher's drinking coffee with cream and sugar today. A rare occasion since I usually drink it black. So what do we got? Like I say, 6 days out. Guess who was released yesterday from prison? Steve Bannon. He only had to do about 4 months, so he's out and about. We'll see what happens with him. We talked about the Trump sitting down with Joe Rogan, an entire 3-hour session, because that's the way Rogan rolls, by the way. He prefers his interviews to come in for the full time, 2 to 3 hours. He did say that the Kamala team, they didn't decline an interview, but they had stipulations. One, they wanted him to travel instead of going to his studio. And two, they only wanted to do an hour. And he said, not going to do it. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. I don't blame him. He has some standards. But to be fair, that's what he said. Now, they probably put in those stipulations in hopes that he would decline, is my guess. Meanwhile, J.D. Vance scooped in under the wire and is doing an interview with Joe Rogan, The Experience, today. In fact, it's probably already over by the time this gets out. So we can talk about that. I'm sure that JD will do a great job. I'm sure that JD did a great job because he goes on every network. He goes on every show, and you never see him coming away with gaffes. Okay? JD, he hasn't made a gaffe. I mean, you could talk about the old cat women, but he didn't actually say that recently. That was some old nonsense thing that he said years ago, which was stupid. Funny, stupid. So we'll have to talk about that. The Real Clear Politics, Betty Nods, as of this filming, stands at 28.6. 28.6. Incredible. I will tell you this. Over the course of the last 40 years, Betty Nods have been spot on with one exception. That's 100% with one exception. Less than 100%. But the way I see the one exception is actually a positive, and let me tell you why. Because the one exception is 2016, where the Betty Nods were on Hillary. Now, if you think about the time of 2016, this guy comes down the escalator, says he's going to be running for president. Everybody's heard of him, but nobody thought he would actually win. They thought, who is this guy? What is he going to... you're fired. He's a TV star. He's a billionaire. He builds things. He's not a politician. There's no way in heck that this guy is going to win. So I think even us, all of us here, it's not like people on this line we're going, oh, wow, they weren't, look, we weren't all immediately on board, let's face it. I got on board, but it was dicey, and you really thought that she was probably going to take it up till that night. We were watching. I called it before the election night, though. I said, based on my data, I really think this guy could win. And I had some good numbers, and I was right. But if you think about the context and the timing of that situation, there's no surprise, really, that they were off on the Betty Nods. So that's why I say it's probably a good thing, because it's almost like an outlier. Well, in the data field, an outlier means something you don't really count. That places it at virtually 100% for the last 40 years of presidential elections. And we're not talking he's just 5 points ahead or 10 points ahead. He's 28.6. Is that what I said? 28.6 points ahead on the Betty Nods. that gives me great comfort, great confidence. But again, I believe in karma. So, got to keep your nose to the grindstone. Is that it? Who would want to grind off their nose anyway? So, be vigilant and get out there and vote. Make sure you voted. I know a lot of you already did the early voting, and everybody is psyched up to do it on 5 November. Get out there and do it. So we got to get out there and do it. Remain vigilant. Now, I should have said at the beginning, I should have said and greeted you with, hello, my fellow garbage patriots. That's right. You are all garbage. I am garbage. We are garbage together. According to Biden, the only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. He called us all garbage. Well, just like the basket of deplorables, I ended up getting a shirt that said, I'm part of the basket of deplorables. All right. If that's what you want to do, you can't talk about unity and trying to bring people together and you're calling half of America garbage. Now, I know it's related to the stupid prankster, the comedian guy who Trump didn't even know. I'm not saying it was a good thing. I don't know why that guy was there. But that's beside the point. He made a stupid joke. It wasn't even funny. But now we can bask in knowing that Biden's joke was even more stupid. Only supporters out there. Check this out. The White House. You know what they tried to do? I'm guessing it's KGP. She tried to put an apostrophe in supporters to say the only garbage she's floating out there is his supporters, apostrophe S. Like he's trying to say just the one guy. We know full well what he meant. Even CNN, I just watched a short video, and even they are like, really? And putting an apostrophe in there, all you have to do is just watch it and you can see what he means. He's calling everybody that supports Trump garbage. All right. Embrace it, fellas, ladies and gents. Okay, so here we are. Again, Operation Election 5.0 underway. Purely the temporary one to get us through election night. I put out a video last night that I'm sure everybody loved. I also posted some candid photos of the Punisher last night on X. If you didn't see that, go out and check it out. Yeah. I was actually displaying my new shirt, Felon 2024. So that's out there if you want to see it. We did the rehearsal the other night with the short video that I put out, and then we communicated, and that's what we'll do on election night. Again, between the hours of 6 and 7 p.m., the Punisher will put out a video on Tuesday, November 5th, and then we can continue to comment on the video and have that kind of dialogue back and forth throughout the night. You'll see the Punisher engaging with the wonderful Punisher garbage patriot fans. I say that with great pride. We are the garbage patriot fans. We are yeah. Now, we know that we're not really garbage, but when they try to call us something like that, we will embrace it with love. Peace and love, peace and love. And anyway, so you know what, I know what the American people know it. Operation Sleestack 15.0 continues. Operation Hitchcock is at 5.0. And shall I make a Batman update? I think that Operation Batman hereby, on this here hump day, must make a substantial rise in number to Operation Batman 7.0. You know it, I know it, the American people know it. Screw James Whitey Bulger. We will talk to you later. Goodbye. Yay.